What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Honest Tattooer podcast, brought to you by Tattoo Smart, Tattoo Pro, and Steadfast Tattoo Supplies. My name is John Mesa. I'm with my co-host, Matt Triano.
Hey, how you doing?
And our very special guest, Phillip. Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you so much.
And Shelly, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
All right, so for the guys that don't know you, let them know first. Start with you, Phillip. Let them know your name, where you're from, how long you've been tattooing, and what kind of tattoos you do.
Okay. I'm from Germany. I grew up in Cologne, which is in Western Germany. And then with my 20s, I moved to Stuttgart, where I'm basically now, which is in Southern Germany. I have been tattooing for close to 18 years, close to 19 years right now. And I own a studio with several artists who are long-term with me and my team. We are like about 10 people in my studio, and that's basically it.
That's awesome, man. And Shelly.
Hi, I'm Shelly. I have been tattooing for 7 years. I'm from Central Florida my whole life, and I'm currently tattooing in Central Florida, Orlando. And I work at Stay Still Studio with 12 other artists.
Nice.
And I specialize in fine line illustrative realism tattoos.
Right.
Yeah.
So Phillip, you came out to show us a very, very good demo of something you developed. So
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it? Because we've seen it already on the internet. It's been around. People have been talking about it. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm basically, during my years of tattooing, I was constantly trying to improve myself because I'm just an interested guy and trying to offer my clients and all my friends the best I can give. So I was constantly thinking about just good solutions, making my own work better. And since 2 years now, I had really like a breaking point, like a really cool moment in finding out on heavily research that there are other materials where you can project like motifs and illustrations onto several surfaces. And then I found out that this technique of transferring concepts, transferring marks on several surfaces, that there are always also markers in medical fields. Mm-hmm. And that's when I start thinking, okay, if there is a sensitive working flow in the medical field, medical grade field, for marking several things on the body, why couldn't we use it if it's tested in medically wise? Why couldn't we use it as a tattooer? Because what I saw in my first research was very precise. And then I did my research on and on and on, and I worked out just a workflow, basically thinking outside the box how you could project like images on the body, and then being safe tattooing these images which are projected on the skin and making them permanent.
Yeah.
So that's basically the idea I've been working on for the last 2 years. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Like, how did you, through your research, how'd you end up finding the materials you use now?
So polymeric alcohol, which I basically use as the main material in my transfer concept, was invented in the 1960s, which I came up on my whole research. And it was basically invented or developed for wound dressing. So this is a very sensitive area of wound dressing because it contacts the bloodstream itself. So it's in inner surgeries, it's in like fractural surgeries, or like very sensitive wound dressing when it comes to burnings on the skin and stuff. So the body is completely like without any barrier for bacteria and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they found out back in the days that if you put maize on like burned skin, it will stick to it. It connects kind of. So that was not the best solution when there was a war or stuff like that going on. They tried to develop a method where they can stop the bleeding and all the wound dressing to make it safe from bacteria. And then was polymeric alcohol basically used in the medical field. And I did my research on the whole process, how they made the product better, how they got improved, and how it got more usable in inner surgery and stuff like that. So it's a constant history in surgery and in medical sensitive fields where this material is used. And after finding out that also the pharmacy industry is using it because you may all have taken polymeric alcohol in your body as a medical device. For example, like painkillers or stuff, they are wrapped with this tiny foil, which is a little bit of shiny, and sometimes on like vitamin C pills, there's also some script printed on it. It's like this vitamin C or high C degrade, or I don't know how it's called in America. But we have these medical treatments and devices in Germany. And then I found out it's basically polymeric alcohol. And then I did my research. What are the companies who are producing this material? What can it be used for? What is the thickness of it? What is the thinnest layer? What is the thickest layer? What are the special degrees of this polymeric alcohol used for? And then I decided to give it a test drive for the tattooing process. Yeah.
So the film that you're actually printing at to make your stencils, that's the polymeric alcohol?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's not plastic, as some rumors. When you take a quick look at it, it looks like plastic. I'll be honest, because it's like see-through and it's like a little bit stiff, and you can fold it around something. But due to the fact that if you follow the whole content, you see several times that it just disappears in water. So as we all know, plastic is that stable, it won't disappear in water directly. And that when I can prove or explain that this is just a different form of alcohol. So you have alcohol as a powder, you can have alcohol as a liquid, you can have alcohol as like a cream, and of course you can have alcohol as a stiff film. So it's just a process, a different process of producing, using this material, using this ingredient. Yeah.
Interesting. What happens if you eat it?
I did it in the demo.
You did?
And I'm still here.
He's still here. So actually, when I first got a package from you guys to try it, that was probably the first thing I did.
You ate it?
I cut it and I was like,
yeah, eat it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
And you're still here.
I didn't die.
What's it taste like? Does it taste like
It
alcohol?
doesn't taste like anything.
No? Nothing.
It doesn't taste like anything.
A good vodka.
It shouldn't taste like
Maybe I didn't try it out, but maybe if you eat a whole pack, you get drunk. I don't know. I don't know.
It is alcohol based.
Well, so I was tattooing Shelly all day today. We didn't get a chance to watch the demo, but it sounded very in depth. Like it was
I was listening the whole time.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good.
No music.
Thank you.
I'll just listen to you.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys were like Matt and you didn't get to watch this demo, well, look good for you. I recorded the demo, and you guys will be able to watch that in full
4K.
In full 4K and in depth after we put all that together, and it will come on, and you can probably find it in one of the links below. Yeah, that'll be really, really cool. I mean, like I feel like as a tattooer, most tattooers are very like, we don't like change. We get stuck in our ways. This works for me, and like, but from just using it, I've used it to do a tattoo, and I have it, and I feel like it's not something that I would use for my workflow all the time, but there's certain times that I'm like, this will save me so much time if I have this in this instance, and I feel like that, since there's so many different tattoo styles, like depending on what you do, you will find how you can best apply it in your workflow and what you do. And I was telling Shelly, I was like, pretty soon I am adding a pattern of on like a samurai's like full kind of, kimono like and everything. And I'm like, oh man, it's going to make my life so much easier for that specific part of that project. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like finding on how you can make it work for you. Yeah. It'll definitely can benefit you a lot, In my opinion,
it's like when there were several changes in the tattoo industry, as a tattooer for close to 20 years, have looked at, or I just noticed that there were several changes. And it's not that I'm saying or I'm forcing somebody, this is bad and you have to use the new one. I'm just adding a new clever, or just offering a possibility. And if you're struggling with some workflows or with some clients maybe, then you just have a smart and a very harmonic way to deal with that. And you have more possibilities, and you don't think right away at the Monday, today I have like a complex pattern on the neck, and I know the client is not annoying, but it will be very hard to apply it, and I'm under stress because when the first apply is not working and the second apply is not working, I'm losing like 3 hours. So maybe I can try this new tool, and it maybe helps you out. You have to adapt a little bit your working style, but there was no really big artist using just one brush. It's always good to offer some possibilities and to have several solutions for different problems. And that's what I'm offering. And what I have to say, first, of course, I'm very thankful to say my thoughts about that. That's why I came up with it. It's not about me being involved as a supplier in the tattoo industry. I'm a tattooer 6 days a week, and I'm tattooing every day. So the first thought on this solution was helping myself to making my day, which is very close turned. Mainly I have one big appointment a day, but I'm starting tattooing at drawing at 7 in the morning, and then my tattoo client shows up at 10:30, and then I'm tattooing through until 7 p.m. So they get the best I can offer. And in this working flow, I was always kind of not angry, but a little bit disappointment that all my working steps that I'm improving in are stuck on several points to the level of the paper. So I didn't accept that. And that when I made my research, that when I start to being creative, and I found a new tool, and I found thinking outside the box that there is a brush definitely, which you can all, which you have all seen on the demonstration. There is a different way of applying something to the skin, using your tattoo machine, putting it on the skin permanently, making a good solid tattoo out of it, and then you finished, and the whole workflow is proceeded as with the other paper. So what can you say against a tool which is also working as good as the other one? Yeah. So it's nothing bad about it.
Talking about tattoo tools and inventions, what would you guys say are, or one of the things that come to mind that you would say are one of the top tattoo inventions that you're like, oh, I'm so glad that I have this?
Rotary.
A rotary for you?
Yep.
What would you say?
This is going to be stupid. I like the speed stick to stencil my tattoos. I can't do without it.
Stencil tats.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Stencil, yeah.
Of course.
Stencil,
No, it really.
Yeah. So do you use it every day when you're tattooing?
My girlfriend also. Every day. In my studio, everybody. Yeah.
Now,
I can't say.
And so, not every day.
I'd say the cartridge, the tattoo cartridge.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I would say the tattoo cartridge to me, it just not only changed my tattoo workflow and how much quicker I can set up and everything, but it just changed our tattoo industry, right? It was something that just changed the game. Definitely. So much. And I remember when it first came out, man, and the pushback at first, you know, from everybody, and also a product made in Germany, you know, where it started off. And it was something that where like, you know, people at first were like, I don't know, man, like these cartridges are expensive or this is different.
Same like Stencil.
Yeah. But then people started adopting it. They started figuring out that this works, that this is beneficial for this. And then over time, then it became, you know, more widespread. And then, like I remember in the very beginning, everybody would complain that like the cartridges, they're all too tight. These needles are too small. Every cartridge is too tight, you know? And as time and as the product became more widely available and more widely used, then those things became like more like, all right, we're going to make cartridges specific for that person, you know? Because like in my mind, I was like, oh man, how sick would it be to have like a standstill sheet that's like the giant like back piece stencils, right?
So that's what I wanted to ask you. Like if somebody wanted to make a big stencil, can you layer up and like tape pieces together to make one big
It's
image?
not necessary. You don't really need it necessarily, because it, as due to the fact it's see-through, you can put layer next to the layer without having any problems. But
I get it. You don't have to tape it all together and apply it once.
You don't have to. If you want to make a big back piece, you just spray the adhesive spray. You don't have to hurry because it will be sticky all the time.
Right.
You can take a coffee break, you come back, it's still sticky. And then you can just separate your drawing on the, let's say it's like 4 sheets. And then just place first the upper right sheet, take your time, positioning the left upper sheet, putting it exactly where it fits together, and then you take responsibility of the lower back.
So
then
all
everything
the
will come together. But
can they overlap, or do they have to just butt up?
Overlap, but you're free to cut it with a scissor, and that's it.
Okay,
it's totally easy. But what I wanted to say is, I mean, my invention or the invention of Stencil is not that far away. We tested it, and of course we improved and we made it better during the first 2 years now. Let's say 1.5 years. We improved, and this is the first result of the working flow, of the functional transfer concept. And as you said, like the rotary machines in first sight, I know all tattooers back in the days, they said, okay, rotaries, they don't have that hard punch. The needles, the cartridges are not perfect. I'm throwing away like 50% of the cartridges, 50% I can use. They don't have all needle sizes. They don't have accu, they don't have rechargeable. You always have to use a new power station. You have to new cable. You have to make new system. They are super expensive when it compares to a coil. Why should I use it? It doesn't even draw like a power line. It has not enough power to make like whip shading. I can't make the stroke wide, like more going out of the needle. So there were so many critics, and of course the companies improved. They developed it constantly, and without a doubt, we will still working on this new method, and we will find a way to make it more organic, even more compatible to all working flows, even make it a less barrier when it comes to kind of irritation of the adhesive amount. And this is just the beginning. We're just thinking outside the box, and everybody's going this one way and we're just going the other path, but we're heading in the right direction, and we don't want to keep up. We're just offering a possibility where you can go also, and that's it. And but we're still improving. It's just 4 months we're on the market. Just 4 months.
It's still in beta.
Yeah.
Do you read the comments from all the?
No,
you don't. So you're not trying to get any kind of feedback from those type of people?
When it comes to discussion about theoretical comments on the internet, why should I defend that? Because we can talk about practical experience. Yeah. That's totally okay. But if I have to answer like not even a tattooer who says, hey, you're shoveling plastic in somebody's body, man, read the description. It's polymeric alcohol. It's not plastic. Why should I respond? That's just
I'll be honest, I read all the comments and you actually answered them all today. So like
Yeah,
every single comment, I heard all the answers today too.
Yeah, this is Lauren from our social media worker, but I personally don't answer it. Yeah, and she is very good in staying to the facts and not getting personal. Because as an inventor, you may understand.
Yeah.
If somebody said this is shit and get away with this shit, and
Like, I'm spending a lot of my time on this. Yeah, you might feel some type of way.
Of course, yeah, but to be honest, I'm sometimes if there are experience messages, which are a lot and they are very positive, those are very quiet because they're writing us messages and we're dating them up on new instructions and stuff, how to deal with this one and this one. They are not commenting. We have already sold so many items and they are constantly using it and they're improving, but those are not the ones who are commenting.
Right.
If you take it down to numbers, we have several posts with 20,000 likes and there are 200 comments. So this is 1%. Okay, and from the comments, not all are bad. So make it down a realistic 0.5 bad comments. That's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the saying? Like if they hate it, you're gonna get more famous from it too. You're gonna get more publicity from it. Like,
well, for me, it's not about being famous on the internet. I'm offering a tool. That's it.
yeah, it's just
If you don't want to use it, you're not forced to. You don't have to use it.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
think it's shit, then you don't have to use it. I'm not a seller. I'm just offering a creative solution for people who are doing the same art as I do, and that's it.
Are there certain styles of work or certain methods of tattooing that don't work?
When it comes to adapting, no. As soon as you are willing to adapt and trying to think about leaving the traditional way or adapting just a little bit, then there is no barriers. I do everything with it. You can go through my portfolio on the internet. There's realistic, high realistic stuff, illustrative stuff, dot work, complex dot work, line work, pure line work, engraving style, black work. I did everything.
Okay. So when you say adapt, it's just a matter of approaching the tattoo itself in a different way?
Oh, that one I didn't understand. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know who asked before because I wasn't there, but someone was saying, can you just go straight ahead to magging right away?
No.
You can't. So you have to bloodline it first.
You should do the process which you do on the iPad. You can directly on the skin.
Okay.
You will mark your field where you use the mag as a lining concept on the iPad. And this time you can do this version of your tattoo directly on the skin. And if you don't want to have any outlines for this particular area of the tattoo, you just ghost lining it with a dip of just a tiny dip of black, and the rest is water. And then, of course, this is possible because nobody asked it me before. That's why I'm answering it from myself intuitionally. Of course, you can wipe away the concept centimeter per centimeter. The water doesn't go, once you water it down on the last edge, the water doesn't soak into the whole concept. You can use an area where you just put some tiny ghost lines. The rest of the concept will stay solid on the skin. Then you can shade everything. Then you can put the next ghost line, wipe away all the concept, shade everything. So it's just about adapting.
Got it.
If you want to save time in positioning.
Right.
If you don't want to adapt, of course, there are a lot of working flows who are working, and you can use that one. I used it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's totally okay.
Man, a friend of mine, today, Matt Buck, he had a question. I was like, man, he loves to freehand some things, right?
Yeah.
And he was asking, but something that he has trouble with is sometimes he'll freehand something, and then later while he's working on somebody,
it disappears.
then either because your hand is touching it, it'll start slowly kind of lifting it.
Yeah.
And then eventually, just as you're working, it'll keep smudging. And sometimes that, it's like Sharpie over time. It just keeps kind of getting worse. Yeah. He was asking, have you ever tried putting the film over a Sharpie drawing just for the sake of just preserving it
and
better?
It will protect it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I was like, oh, That actually does sound like it would be a great idea.
When it comes to freehand, there's another good friend of mine. His name is Hernan Coretta. He's Got Your Back tattoo. And he's making huge freehand tattoos. Shout out to him. It's amazing work. You have to check him out. And he also did a testimonial on Stencil.de, the Instagram site. And he said it was so inspiring to see that he finished like 2 years ago a whole backside of a leg, freehand, some ornaments and stuff in it. And of course, he hadn't saved the image and the total measuring of it, because it was basically freehand. And then the client came to him and he decided he wanted the other leg exactly the same. So he just sprayed the finished leg and put Stencil on it and just redraw with the Sharpies all the details, and he just peeled it off, sprayed the other leg,
just put it back on.
And it was exactly the same. And he said
rad.
that saved him about, I don't know, a day of work.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, wow.
That's actually rad. I didn't think of that. That's actually pretty cool.
So when he go to the other leg, you had to flip it around.
Yeah, you
right?
can flip it around. You can
go through either
tattoo
side?
through it either side.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That's why, the more you look at it, the more things that you can find, maybe ways to really use it in.
Yeah. I have a good friend of mine in Germany. His name is Markus Giuliano Stolz. You have to also check out his work. It's very nice. It's a kind of dark black work, Gothic style with an avant-garde twist. It's very good. And shout out to Marcus, one of my best friends. And he is a very creative mind. And he had the idea, and he also did it, like using this medium for effects on the skin, which are not that possible before when you had to use the stencil liquid, because he likes to work with brushes who are covered with stencil liquid, and he just put ink drop on it. And now he tried to visualize it in a negative way. So he printed out a stencil which is very dark on the background, and then he took like a watered brush, and then he put like water ink drops on the water soluble material, and then it like a total fascinating effect, he said. And then he also he peeled off a part of the tattoo, and he sprayed it a little bit of the disinfection mist so it get more flexible and more soft. And then he bended it over the edge, so it was kind of a melting effect. So as you can see with this medium, you can play around like in a creative way to make maybe something experimental on the body when it really comes to artistic creativity. And that these are possibilities I don't even know, I don't even thought about, but he found it out because working with the material,
That's right.
It's going to be pretty exciting to come up with an idea and then see other people doing different things with it.
I'm so thankful for that because beside the comments that you mentioned, we receive a lot of messages said, thank you, this saved my ass for like 3 times now for kneecaps. But those messages, we are not the ones to spread it in the world and copy it or making screenshots and say, hey, look, this guy likes it and this guy likes it. We keep it quiet and we just focused on developing it. And if you don't have actual experience, we're trying to answer on a solid way, trying to explain, no, it's not plastic, stuff like that. But if it comes to irrational comments like, fuck that shit, then
half the time those aren't even tattooers anyway. So
that's when I skip comments. And you can talk with somebody, but you can't defend yourself against some offense stuff when the other one is not really knowing what he's talking about.
Right.
So why should I defend myself against something not based on experience? It's a sense, it goes on and on and on because it will come from bad words to bad words, and in the end, we will just see who has the better bad words. So, and
that's how I feel like when I talk to a flat earther. I'm like, I got nothing to talk to you about, dude. Tell me the earth is flat. We got nothing to talk about. We're not living on the same freaking universe, dude.
Lizard people, flat earth. Yeah.
It's game over.
So I'm just working every day. and trying to improve, being a solid companion to my clients,
Yeah.
making them like on the same level, and making a teamwork out of it. And if they pay me that much money and they coming from time to time, they're coming from far away, like 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive, I really have the opinion just to offer them the best I can give. And this is, for me, now my working style is the best actually that I can give them.
Awesome, man.
Nice, yeah.
Awesome, man. So over the years, people have come up with different ways. I feel like tattooers either come up with new inventions or to supplement, their lifestyle, their income and stuff like that. And I think like when tattooers sort to do that, like I'm going to try to do something that's going to better my whole tattoo community, other tattooers, I think that's a great way to make some more money. If, like make something that's going to help other people, which brings to this part of the conversation where I feel like tattooers are going through this weird moment right now where they're all feeling like the market is shrinking.
They're dropping like flies.
Yes. The market is shrinking. How would you say, in your neck of the woods, how would you say it's feeling over there? Are you guys feeling also kind of like a pressure?
Yeah, of course, yeah. But there were times when the market was not shrinking, but the ability to offer tattoos in this style and this preciseness, which we can offer now, they were more better. So I think now is the time that there are very good artists dropping into the market. They have a lot of possibilities because there are good tools on the market, and it's not that exclusive anymore for somebody to call out themselves very popular or very income strong artist. You have to find your way to connect to the clients, because what is a fact, there were never been more clients on the market than now.
Yeah.
It is like that. Most of the people are getting tattooed. We always wished for, please come out of this subcultural sleep and get mainstream. Now it is like that. I mean, you can go everywhere with tattoos. You are already accepted in higher positions with tattoos. You can be a politician with tattoos. You can, I don't know, do everything in the public with tattoos. There's no registration, no regulation or stuff like that. So obviously, and we know the numbers from Germany, there have never been times that so many people are receiving tattoos day per day. But when it comes to that, of course, you have to maybe adapt a little bit your expectations that people are only coming through your door because you are a recommended tattoo artist. Maybe there's another newcomer coming up. Me at the 20 years, I accept, and I think it's a good skill of mine, because I can see tattoo artists like my girlfriend. She's like tattooing 8 or 9 years less than me, and she's getting better than me. And it's a fantastic thing, because I really wish she's going to be one day, because I teach her tattooing. That's my main goal, that then I'm a good teacher. She's getting a better artist, receiving more clients, and everybody is like proud of work receiving from her. And I have other apprentices in my shop. They are working only with Stencil, and they are developing so fast, and they are adapting because they're not questioning the other system. They're just initially trying these things. And I have to say, with all respect, I think they will get better than me. And that's okay for me. That's okay for me.
I mean,
that's what I'm claiming. Yeah, sorry.
That's the goal of a good teacher, is for their student to outsurpass the teacher. When I was walking here today, this is kind of going on what you were starting to talk about. I counted 100 people that I walked past. How many of those 100 people had a tattoo? A visible tattoo, not even like fully covered. And I was expecting this number to be a lot higher than what I got.
I'm going to say 20.
Exactly. 20.
Okay.
Which actually goes along with what like statistics were saying, that a quarter of the people have at least one tattoo.
Yeah.
So that made sense. But for whatever reason, I was expecting to see a lot more, especially in the Lower East Side.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was only 20 people out of 100 that I counted.
Out of 100 people.
And it got me thinking. I was like, wow, like it seems like there's a lot of tattooed people out there, especially in our world where like everybody who walks in here is at least got one or, you know, multiple tattoos. But when you step outside and you kind of assess the situation, right? There's really not that many.
It's still
out there.
back and forth.
It's still back and forth. So I like back to what you said of like, and this is when I think like statistics are just statistics, right? Right now, it's the moment in time where the most people getting tattooed. But again, there's more people in the world every year, and there's always more people, and the industries just keep growing. But there's some reason why there has to be one, and it can't just be because there's more tattooers. Why I just think that even though tattooers weren't as good, you know, 15, 20 years ago, or maybe even more, people were getting more of those tattoos, you know, because also what you said, because now so many people have them, they're no longer like this thing that's like a special thing that you're doing. It's no longer like a thing of like that the youth is doing for a sense of freedom and rebellion, right? Which was like a lot of people would do, or like to get tattooed, you kind of had to like, especially when in New York it was illegal for a bit of time, you know, it was like, oh, I'm doing something badass, you know? So like all these little things that made tattooing, I feel like a little bit more special in a sense, have been kind of going, kind of disappearing in a sense of a way. And I feel like the people that are getting tattooed now are still people that like tattoos, you know? And then, and I don't know if the younger generations have that same kind of vibe with tattooing as the generations before them did.
I think it's just easier for the younger generation to get tattooed nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I think that's why it comes easier. There's more artists now. I only have 2 friends that don't have any tattoos.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy when I meet somebody and they have no tattoos now. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's also in my visuality. When I look at my friends, it's close to everybody is tattooed. But that was a good point from you guys, thinking about how the industry is maybe it's a little bit more hard to survive. That's what you mean. But let's think about all the other close contact services like barbershops, like hairdressers. They manage to survive. If you are a good, solid, close contact service man, or you're offering a good service, there will always be a place for you to work. Because, I mean, I can't imagine what the battle between good barbershops popping up, there a barbershop, popping up there another barbershop, popping up there another hairdresser. But there will always be the recommended ones who are really putting effort in their work and just trying to stay themselves and giving the best. I think because it's a close contact service and your personality is always involved, people will recognize and they will come back to you.
Absolutely.
But it means you have to get out of your comfort zone sometimes, but that's okay for me, because the less I want in my life is not being a tattooer. So I am accepting everything that comes in the future as long as I'm able to manage for myself to stay a tattooer, and that's it.
Well said.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things of like a lot of tattooers, and we know what sparked this conversation was we were talking about, we saw a post today by a phenomenal tattooer. The name is Tom Strom. And, you know, he was saying that over the past 5 years, his business has just slowed down, and that he's looking about maybe kind of retiring or leaving from tattooing, you know, within the next year or so. And we put that up on our story today, and many people, you know, kind of chimed in on it, and just saying that they've also kind of either know of someone else that has kind of, you know, said the same thing, or they themselves were like, yeah, I've been feeling like this. Some people said that they felt that there's people out there doing there's people doing amazing work, right? And they're slow and they're like, maybe I'm not doing that kind of work, and I feel like I'm so behind on like reaching that level. But there's also people that are actually super talented, like Tom Strom, who's insanely good at tattooing, yet he's also feeling like maybe I need to go from this.
There's a few things that immediately came to my mind when I saw Tom's posts.
Same.
One was he's got a style that I feel like is just fading, and I think that has a lot to do.
Can I ask what his style is?
It's kind of like new schooly illustrative,
like a neo-traditional.
No, kind of like a.
I will take.
I don't want to say
research
cartoony,
later.
but yeah, like
Kind of illustrated.
guys, like
Okay, I will take a look later.
Yeah.
Like this is pretty new school.
I'll show you.
All right. Okay.
So I think what a lot of people today are getting tattooed is not equivalent to what he's putting out there, which is why he's seeing so few bookings. And he was even saying he's only tattooing a couple.
I know, it's so close. It's okay.
Can I move it?
I got it. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was saying he's only tattooing a couple of times a month. And I wouldn't say that if you want to continue tattooing, then you should change your style. I think that the opposite. I think you should continue tattooing, but don't quit if someone's like. So this is where I was going with it. He's saying a year from now he doesn't want to tattoo it.
Yeah.
He's just completely closing the books and that's it. But what happens if like a year and a half from now, someone's like, oh man, I've been saving up my money. I really wanted to get tattooed by you for all these years, but I just didn't have the budget for it. Now I got my money saved. I want to do this sick ass tattoo. Why are you going to say no?
Yeah.
Like if you're a tattooer, you should always be a tattooer. Like, are you really going to just be like, no, I'm done?
Well, it's a matter. Well, one person that responded to our story today, he said, it slowed down for me. So I went to go work in construction for a bit. And I was making such good money working construction. I'm only tattooing on the weekends.
Yeah.
But he's still tattooing. That's awesome.
He's still tattooing.
Yeah.
He's like, I just learned that I need to do it less because like this person worked by appointment only. And then the appointment started drying out, and they're like, you know what? I don't want to stop tattooing. And I don't want to just go sit on the shop and take walk-ins. So now I'm going to just work by appointment, less days, and then I'm going to get another job to do it the other days.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the biggest difference for tattooers, that we love fucking tattooing. We're tattooing, we're in it. It doesn't feel like a job, right? Like this just feels like, oh man, I can't believe I get to do this for a living, dude. I get to do these cool tattoos and do these cool pictures for people. And anything else when we're doing it, and we're like, oh man, this is work.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, what I have to say is like, I can also compare this with the situation which I'm from time to time recognizing from some clients. They're working a solid job like in construction or in a bank, and they have so much love for their hobby art craft, and they're doing it on the weekend or the
music, jewelry making,
like music and so. And in my opinion, it doesn't mean that if you only can do it what you love on the weekend because you have for a daily basis you have to earn your money. I wouldn't put a thing over these people that they are not lucky, because it's just we are privileged to do what we are doing. But in a normal life, you only have like time for what you love when it comes to free time. So I think being like humbled and being raised in like a respectful way for all kinds of lifestyles and all kind of also creative or must doing ways, I don't know how to explain it. Others in Germany, we would say you have to do it because you want to make a living out of it. If you really love it, then you're very, very lucky, but still you have to do it because you have to raise your kids, you have to feed your dog, you have to like have an apartment and stuff like that. And I think you can grow again in a situation when you once love a thing you do constantly, and some circumstances just made you to split it with another like work you have to do for your daily costs and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that you will be unlucky for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it could just be a season.
I just think there's so many different tattoo styles now too, where like it's not just neo realism, black and gray stuff. There's so many other artists now doing stuff. So all those old school artists are getting overlooked. And I hate to talk about Instagram algorithm, but it does take a part in it. And for me, only tattooing for 7 years, when I first started tattooing, I didn't realize how much you have to show on the internet to get clientele. And it sucks. I think I do great work, but I noticed some other people that maybe just started out, they're doing great work as well. But the more that they show and the more they commercialize themselves, they get booked more.
Yes.
They get booked so much more. And I feel like all the old school artists that I know that I grew to love, some are lucky and privileged to still be booked and maybe not have to show their face or have to post so much. But the old schoolers that don't want to do that so much, they're not doing that. So they're just not getting that traction of clientele.
And social media is not showing their stuff because they're like, social media is very biased.
It freaking sucks. It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had more time building up a client base.
They did, but maybe their clientele base is the same age as them.
Yeah.
And they're already covered or something, you know? Like,
yes.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I've noticed the most, which I am trying to show my face more on social media. Hence this is, you know, but I try not to do it that way. Like, I'm not hating on people that do it that way, but I'd rather just come and see me because I get most of my clientele from word of mouth. Most of the time, literally, oh, you tattooed my friend 3 years ago, or you tattooed this person. But I've noticed a lot of the new people that I've met that I'm proud of them. They're tattooing for 2 to 3 years and they got like 12, 15K, 20K. And I've realized like maybe they're not as booked as me, but they're sought out more still, especially for guest spots. And I never knew how much guest spotting would like open up that world to some people. And I mean, it really does. So yeah, I don't know.
I think too, a lot of artists, you know, we get used to, let's say like playing our own tune all
like
the
just
time.
Going home drawing.
Like this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And this is what I like. And I'm like, well, you know what? What you like was hot 15 years ago. These kids want something new and different. And it's hard to want to break outside of what your passion maybe is. And I think it's fine to stick to your guns. But when it comes to down of like, well, if this is about paying your bills, that's one way to do it. If it's just about making your art, you can make your own art and just do what you want to do. But I feel like people still want to get tattooed. They're not getting the same kind of tattoos.
Well, that's what I was telling Matt when he was tattooing me. I was like, I work with 11, 12 artists, 12 because she's an apprentice right now. And they do styles that I would have never even thought was tattooable. I'll say that. And I look at it now and I'm like, that's cool. People like that. They're going to go to you. Just like I'm sure people wouldn't have wanted this 20 plus years ago, but now it's something that's sought out, you know? And I feel like that's, again, what you were saying, like a lot of the old school artists, or even maybe people that have been tattooing just 7 years, they have to get second jobs just to meet their bills and stuff like that and pay for their kids and their cats and, you know. And I mean, it's sad, but like you said, you do have to change sometimes. And if I have a walk-in or I have somebody like messages me that they want a tattoo, I'm going to try to complete it if I know that I can do it to my best ability.
Yeah.
You know?
So you got to ask yourself, what do you want more? Do you want to just tattoo the things that you want to tattoo, or do you just want to tattoo? Because if you just want to tattoo, you'll tattoo anything and make the money instead of looking for a second job, learning a whole different skill and starting from scratch, going down to like, I don't want to say working minimum wage, but you're not going to be making top dollar when you're starting a brand new job.
Brand new career, yeah.
You could do that Or you could just, instead of tattooing new school, tattoo fine line black and gray, because that's what's hot right now.
That's when you're lucky. You kind of were. It is very lucky if you're a tattoo artist and you only do your own style. You are lucky that you don't have to take stuff in just to pay your bills. Even if you can do and you don't want to do it, I think you're very lucky to be an artist, to do what you want, only what you want to do.
I put a lot of work of my free time adapting my styles so I can serve,
like your flash, your pre-drawns, like
that. I did so many hours of research of engraving styles, of realistic styles, and I practice it hours and hours after tattooing, even during the night. So because I just wanted to give my best version in all kind of styles. It isn't perfect, of course not, but for my clients, they are very happy that they get served by a person who they are connected to, and they can come up with every wish that they have. And I'm trying to give the best, that's what they know. And I'm trying to improve every style that I can offer. Of course, there are styles which are hard for me to learn, so I'm trying to skip that. But this for me is also a work for a tattooer, just trying to be open-minded and interested in different styles, because art is so versatile, and art is in the middle of the society, because people are receiving reproductions of Van Gogh, reproductions of Raphael, reproductions of Vincent. I said Vincent van Gogh, like from the blue writers like Gustav Klimt, you know. I don't know if everybody knows what they're getting there, but I mean, it's getting like reproducing higher art, and like it's spreading the idea of really emotional and revolutionary art in the society right now. So you're also, as a tattooer, in my opinion, a transmitter of putting real art history on common people. And this is such a good opportunity, such a good possibility to be like a creative, to having a creative life. So that's why I'm always trying, and also to improve in my styles. And I'm giving my best, trying my best out of it, and then I'm like kind of versatile. So yeah, and I agree with you guys saying if you're really specialized in one thing, then maybe the Instagram and the people who are used to see so many good tattoos, like if they're scrolling, they see maybe in one evening they can see like 1,000 top tattoos, and they're confused, and they're used to very good quality. So, and then I think it gets hard if you're really specialized in one thing. You know?
I think that's why, like, now you see so many good tattoos. When people see a bad one, they're like, "This is interesting." like, oh, look at all these clean. Whoa, this looks like shit. I love it. This is amazing. It looks so
There's
raw.
also a possibility. No?
I know.
Honestly,
one dot on
yeah, and I think it's like, people see like the ignorant style tattoos and all that stuff. And I fucking hate them, but like, you know what? At the end of the day, somebody wants that.
A lot of people want it.
That's what I mean.
For it.
Literally, yeah.
Go to Berlin, you will be fully booked. I promise you.
Man, but man, I still go back to that one thing that I think it was Ryan that he posted that instead of getting another job or leaving tattooing, just make marketing yourself your other full-time job.
Yeah.
Hard though.
That's why those guys get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because it is not an easy job, and it's hard.
I'd rather go home and draw than have to like create my reel, or like all of that kind of stuff.
This is where it gets funny, right? Are you gonna go home and draw tattoos that you're not gonna tattoo?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna draw the pre-draws that I want to do, and then finally someone's gonna ask for it, and I'm like, oh my god, thank God.
It's only hard because you don't know how to do it, and it's hard. It's hard because you don't have what Ryan would say systems in place.
Right.
So once you figure it all out and you have everything kind of like set in stone, making a reel, what would take you a couple of hours in the very beginning,
literally a couple hours.
Yeah, once you figure it all out
by accident, and I'm like.
I think you make like templates. You just Bang it all
I think
out.
you guys did a very good thing, like establishing a podcast like that, because you're not only a tattooing, because you always found a way to work with what you love in like a kind of a different area or different room, you know. And I think this is very good improvement. So as you guys are the perfect examples to find ways staying interested in the art and staying involved in all the process and just creating new ways to show their love to tattooing and speaking about tattooing and meeting other artists. I mean, this is such a wonderful thing. I think connection between artists and having a creative environment, which you created here, is also an improvement in getting rid of the thoughts, I'm not having that much clients, because you just found right away to get your ass up, as I can say it like that way, and trying to go through ideas and just do it, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody could do it. Not everybody could do it, but you have to put effort in it and pain, and you know, you have to stand up early, make concepts and stuff. I really appreciate being here and this wonderful studio. So I think if you, like me, think outside the box, trying to show your love to what you're doing, to your art craft, there will be several ways, if it slows down, still being connected to the tattooing industry, to the clients, to the love, to the artists. And I want to just say I appreciate the way you did it. You know?
No, thank
I
you,
appreciate you appreciating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the podcast. Who doesn't want to be in a tattoo shop? I never want to leave my friend. Like, being in a tattoo shop is so amazing. Sharing ideas, different art forms and everything like that.
I love talking to creatives. I love talking to tattoo artists. I think that we are the most varied and interesting group of people, you know, and I think like the idea for the podcast just came from us sitting, you know, between us and sharing ideas and having fun conversations. Like, oh man, it'd be awesome if we had recorded this, you know? And I think by doing this and bringing so many people from different parts of the world and different backgrounds, it's opened up our world overall on how we see tattooing and how much we could continue to improve upon it, you know? And also to don't spend so much time, you know, pointing the finger outward at the problems of the industry or tattooing. Or look at yourself.
Yeah, you find a solution for yourself.
Find the solution for yourself. Make it work for you.
I mean, you send me a message and I'm here for Germany because I love what you do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the chance, and I want to be connected to you because I know you are artists and I want to talk to you, just share ideas or share opinions and maybe share fears or anxiety or stuff like that. You know, we all humans and we all have this in us, and we don't have to be the most strongest people always and get rid of all the problems because we're stronger than that. We just talk about it and maybe we can team up and just overcome all these worries, and it's a great way to connect, I think.
Absolutely.
With all that said, we should have said this in the very beginning. Happy National Tattoo Day.
Yes.
Happy International. Is it National Tattoo Day? It's national.
We don't know it in Germany.
Yeah.
Honestly, we didn't know it in America until today. So.
Until today.
Okay.
I was like, if I would have known, I would have made an event about
You
it.
posted
Something.
it or did Honest, or did you post it? Honest Tattoo, or did you?
I posted it for Honest Tattoo.
Yes.
Is it
the only
today?
reason why it's today.
Yeah, it's today.
The only reason why I knew about it was
Because it's a quarter of the...
Oh,
it was yesterday.
Okay, well, yeah.
yeah.
We'll pretend it's yesterday.
AM New York came here a couple of days ago and they did an interview just kind of helping spread the word about National Tattoo Day. And that's the only reason why I knew about it. Before this girl reached out to me, I had no idea that it was a thing. I don't know how long it's been a thing.
That must have just started.
Do you want to know, there is a national day for everything, like National Donut Day, National Chair Day, National Everything Day too. Yeah.
So I Googled it, and the AI description came up and it said that it was something to do with Sullen. I think Sullen created this.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Very cool. So shout out Sullen for making something for
Thank you.
tattooing.
As far as
National
AI
time.
is concerned.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
God.
Something to do with it.
We don't have that in Germany because in Germany there are several rules. If there's something regarding a national day, everybody has work free. So
Oh.
We'll
let them know. You can have yesterday off.
Yeah, no. That's why Germany cut off many free days.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Though.
We only have like 3.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Here, sometimes we get holidays, and I'm like, "What holiday is this?"
Yeah.
We won't. Well, I wouldn't know that because I'm just tattooing. And
I'm just
people are
tattooing.
now. I'm like, oh, that's why you're here. They're like, yeah, I'm supposed to be working, but it's a holiday. I'm like, well, I wouldn't know
I
that.
don't know. It's not the tat life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Right on.
Right on, man. Where do you go from here? What's the one you got? Did you get your patent already for Stencil?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Congrats. And how do you plan to get this out to the world? Because I feel like, how do you get a product distributed?
I
has to be
trust in the
difficult.
product, and I trust in my path and my time.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And more than I work right now, I can't work. So I'm trusting myself and I'm giving my best, and that's all I can do. But of course, we have some strategies, and I'm connected with people who has already established new methods in tattooing and methods in other fields, art craft and stuff like that. So I'm talking to people, and I'm always interested in different fields. And if there are parallels, and if you can adapt a little bit, and if you can like get some tips and stuff like that, I'm always into this. But the main thing is, to be honest, I can't be the best tattooer in the world that is just working with my working style. There must be a chance that sharing this idea, it will help out several people in the game. So,
Well, you know what I think about with your stencil is I never used fake skin, but a lot of the people that I've seen become tattooers, from apprentices to tattooers, they have the hardest time applying stencil to the fake skin and rubbing the purple away. They can't even barely see what they
It's a pain in
did.
the butt.
Yeah.
I
can
feel
use it,
like
yeah.
your stuff would be very beneficial to them to apply it, because it's very easily to be removed and not leave all that
Just watering
residue.
it.
Yeah. So I think that would actually come in handy with a lot of people learning
we have
to
also
tattoo.
tutorials on that. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can just look at our website, the YouTube channel and stuff. So we have all this explained. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done it on like a dead pig or anything, like pig skin?
No, we don't do that in Germany.
No.
We only eat pigs. Sorry,
Get a bratwurst.
it's more delicious than tattooing.
Yes.
No, mostly we eat vegan. My girlfriend is vegan, so that were mysteries from back in the days that we used that pig skin. I don't know if it's in America, but in Germany we don't do it. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, but coming back to your question, I'm doing my best, and I have patience, and I have power. So I will just stuck to the idea because it's great. I think it's great to share it.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly improving. I will develop better methods, better material, like the Stencil transfer concept 2.0. And then we come up with some other ideas, just helping out, and that's it.
Right, man. Yeah. Right. Well, we wish you the best of luck in your journey, because getting any tattoo product out, it's quite an endeavor. It takes a lot of work, and
It was a hard travel. It was not that easy. It was a lot of money.
I bet.
Yeah.
And I all earned it from tattooing.
You know
I
how
put
you know
a
you're
lot
gonna
of
make
money
it?
in that from my personal work as a tattooer.
As a tattooer.
When you see all the knockoffs on Amazon coming out, that's how you know you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if there are knockouts on Stencil.
Probably not yet.
Not yet, but there
Not
probably
yet,
will
but
be.
after it's out.
Yeah, after it's out and people are like, whoa, this stuff is really awesome, then
All right.
there'll be some knockoffs.
I thank you so much for your kind words. But at least I still want to say I'm an artist working 6 days a week, and this is just a good idea to share. Whatever comes as a benefit, I take it, and I'm grateful for it. But the main thing is getting response from tattoo artists saying, hey, thank you, man. This really helped me out. This is the most benefit for me.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Right.
Cool.
Awesome. Well,
Very good.
Shelly, thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Phillip?
Appreciate it.
Great having you, man. And if you guys want to watch the full demo, like we said earlier, make sure you hit the link below and watch the full video, because it's actually pretty cool. And yeah, that's all we got.
That's all we got. If you want to check out Nah, I don't feel like doing it after. It's late.
We're
not doing it after shower.
We're after midnight, so it's it's way late.
Too late.
But definitely make sure that you visit our Patreon if you want to catch some after shows.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff backordered.
Yeah, plenty of after shows there. And make sure you visit Tattoo Smart and use our code HONEST25.
Yep, you get 25% off anything that you order at Tattoo Smart.
Yeah, and that's all. Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
so much, Jeff.
And we'll see you next week.
Right.
Take it easy,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Peace.